So how you feeling, man?
Very, very nervous.
That's totally normal, man. First time for everyone could be a little nerve-wracking.
So I'm good?
Yeah, you're good. She's not gonna judge you or anything, and you have complete confidentiality. It's gonna be okay. So who are you?
Big Dick Gilby.
I can't hear you.
Big Dick Gilby.
Big Dick Gilby. Hell yeah. Hey, you're up. Yo. Bring it in, man. Bring it in. Good luck, bro.
Thank you.
So what are you gonna say when you get in there?
My name is Sam, and I have anxiety.
Hi, Sam. I'm glad to meet you. How are you?
Fine. Just nervous.
What are you nervous about?
I don't know. Everything. I'm always nervous because of my anxiety.
Tell me about your anxiety.
Well, I've been dealing with this disorder for a while. Well, technically it's not a disorder. I haven't been officially diagnosed, but it's definitely a disorder.
Well, how long have you been dealing with anxiety?
My whole life. It's been getting worse lately.
Do you remember when it started to get worse?
Yeah, around the time I started college. Actually, I remember. I woke up. It was my first day of college. My first class was at 10. I overslept.
What did you do?
I got nervous. I have to pee when I get nervous. So then I had to make something quick for breakfast. Cereal. Then my nerves started going haywire and I was overthinking everything. Like, what if cereal doesn't have enough protein and my blood sugar drops and I pass out during my class and the teacher says, insufficient breakfast? You flunk.
Why do you think this breakfast was getting to you so much?
I don't know. I'd love to figure this out with you. But then it just got worse. I thought, I need protein. 1 egg, 2 eggs, 6 eggs. I just kept piling them on more and more and more. But then anxiety hit me again. What if I had too much protein? So then I Googled it, too much protein a thing, and it turns out I found an article that said I could die sooner. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm rambling. This day wasn't even that big of a deal, honestly.
Well, you can talk about whatever you want. Maybe the eggs were more important than you think.
Yeah, like they represent the love I never got as a child, and I just want more and more and more of it, right?
Oh, we can come back to that later. What did you end up doing about your breakfast?
I cut down on eggs.
Better?
Better. Then I was running late for class, so I had to rush as quickly as I could, and I got there an hour early.
Daylight savings.
Yup. So then I just sat there, alone.
What did you do while you waited?
No joke, nothing. I just sat there, overthinking everything, like, did I remember my supplies? Is this the right classroom? Did I even go to the right college? Is it the right day? It's easy to not get bored when your brain never stops.
Did all this anxiety make you have to pee still?
Yeah, but funny enough, I never once got up to go to the bathroom. I guess I thought I would miss class if I left or something. It didn't make sense, of course.
Well, did your first class go well, at least?
I don't remember. I think so. Actually, right before class, some girl sat next to me. I still had to pee. And this girl, she was so nice. She turned to me, only person in the room, clearly scared and lonely. She smiled and said, "Hey." So I said, "Hey." And then I imagined me asking her out. For some reason. Like, first thought I had when I met this girl, ask her out.
Why do you think that was your first thought?
I don't know. Probably because she was really pretty, and that's what every lonely boy thinks when a cute girl smiles at him. Kind of pathetic, but that's how it was.
So did you ask her out?
Oh, hell no. No. I'm sorry for cussing. Is that allowed?
Everything's okay.
No, but I imagined how our date would go. We'd be watching a scary movie, and I'd somehow build up the courage to make a move, and she'd be cool with it. And then I'd think to myself, I couldn't believe this was working. After all the planning, it didn't matter. I could finally be myself. I didn't have to hide all my thoughts or who I was. I wasn't overthinking anything. At that very moment, I felt... And then she asked me how I felt in real life. Like, I'd been saying all that out loud, and she heard everything.
So did you tell her?
Tell her what?
How you felt?
No. I just went to go pee finally. But anyway, that was my first day of college. Can I have water or something?
Oh, sure. Help yourself.
So, what do we usually do here?
Well, generally, we try to work things out together.
Like how to fix my anxiety?
Well, before we tackle that, I'd like you to elaborate on this peeing problem you used to have.
Oh, yeah. That was fun. So, it didn't matter how many times I went to the bathroom. I always had to pee when I was nervous, which of course was always.
Sounds like this was a real problem for you.
Yeah, I got really bad at times. I remember the big one. I had to give a class presentation. As you can tell, I wasn't good at presentations, or any kind of public speaking. My body would always freak out and I couldn't control myself. And of course, whenever I got really nervous, anxiety!
How did you deal with having to pee while giving your presentation?
Well, first I tried to rush through the whole thing, but I totally botched that. So then I just came to the realization that I was gonna pee myself, no matter what. But then I realized my speech was about anxiety. So I could show how a nervous tic like this can happen, and as long as you don't let it control you, then it's not that big of a deal.
Well, how did you show the nervous tic?
I pissed myself right there in front of everyone, just totally soaked my pants.
That's the first time for me.
You don't have any patients that pee themselves in public on purpose?
No clients like that, no.
Yeah, it was kind of weird though. I don't really remember having many pee problems after that. Kind of went away.
Would you say that revealing your nervous tic actually helped you get rid of it?
Yeah, but I wouldn't recommend it. It felt good though. I mean, I'm always hiding how I truly feel, so it felt good to let go for once.
Have there been other times when you've been able to let go?
Yeah, I got completely wasted at a party. I was dancing and arm wrestling and bro hugging, complete opposite of how I normally am.
Do you normally drink when you go to parties?
I don't normally go to parties. No, I would have never gone if it wasn't for my girlfriend. She ended up ditching me to hang out with her friends, and I was alone and losing it. And then...
Hey, Buzz, you good?
This guy, he was really cool. We started talking, and he realized that I was freaking out, and he wanted me to lighten up. And of course, I didn't want to be lame.
So peer pressure played a role in getting you to drink?
I was being peer pressured, big time. I didn't realize it back then. All I wanted to do was just stop being such a jittery mess. And this guy was the coolest guy I'd ever met. I wanted him to be my friend. Besides, what can one drink do? At least that's what I told myself.
Have there been other times when you've gotten drunk?
No, I haven't touched alcohol since then. But I have been super coked up on Red Bull before. I pulled an all-nighter because of insomnia and essentially lost my mind to caffeine.
How do you feel when you enter these states of letting go? Do you feel more like you're you?
Kinda. I mean, it's more of I feel free, like I don't have any cares anymore. But I end up doing stupid things like falling asleep in class and getting into fights.
Have you gotten into a fight before?
Yeah, but that's a story for another time.
So it sounds like there are positives and negatives to letting go.
Sure. Finding that happy medium would be nice.
Many struggle finding that balance.
So what do you think of all this so far? Can I have these?
Sure. Well, I see that your struggles with anxiety seem to control many aspects of your life. And you feel trapped in your own mind.
So how can I fix this?
Well, first, you were telling me about that girl you met the first day of college, which was nearly a year ago. Why do you think you remember her so well?
Because she ended up becoming my girlfriend.
What was her name?
Lily. I saw her every day after that, and I never stopped thinking about her. Finally, one day I built up the courage to ask her out, and amazingly she said yes. So we went on a date.
How was the date?
Awful. Felt like nothing was going right. I was way too focused on what she thought and how I needed to impress her. I remember my food had peas in it, and I hate peas. Ever since I was a little kid, they always made me sick. That just made it worse. But by the end of it, she humored me and acted like it wasn't the worst date she'd ever been on.
How did that lead to you two becoming a couple?
We just kept talking after that. She knew I had anxiety and said that she used to struggle with the same things I do.
So you had shared experiences.
She gave me advice.
Make everything a joke. Don't take the world so seriously and you'll have a better time.
Did the advice help you?
Kinda. After the pee incident, which, wow, was on my birthday, that's cool, I didn't really feel all that better. I mean, it felt good to make other people laugh, because it was pretty damn funny. I'm sorry, cussing's allowed, right?
Of course.
But no, everyone else had a good laugh, but I didn't feel any better. But Lily explained to me that it was going to be a process, that it was okay. Then she sang me happy birthday.
Were you two dating at this point?
Not until the party. I would have never gone if it wasn't for her.
But you said she ended up ditching you.
Not at first. First we danced, and that sucked. And then we were chatting with her friend, and I was struggling to add to the conversation.
Sexy shoes, didn't you?
And then the stupid shoes.
Shoes.
I used to wear really ugly, bulky shoes. Lily changed that. Here.
Oh.
I used to dress like a total cock, right? Lily changed that.
Do you think it was a change for the better?
Sure, I mean, Lily changed a lot about me. Tried to, at least. She'd been doing all the work in the relationship, and I just did what she told me to do. Probably why we didn't last.
So yeah, if you look back in the last year, I seem a lot better. But like, I'm still a nervous wreck. You know, I'm still self-conscious about my appearance, still have constant self-doubt. I still act like a child when I have to eat peas, for God's sake.
Why do you hate peas so much?
I was force-fed them as a child until I puked them up.
Why did your parents do this to you?
It was mostly my dad. I guess he thought it would man me up or whatever, and that totally worked, right, Dad?
Do you have a troubled relationship with your dad?
And my mom. Look, here's all you need to know about my parents. My mom drinks like a mule, and my dad inflicts emotional abuse on me like it's his hobby.
Okay.
Is that important? Do you need to know more about my childhood to understand me?
Only what you believe is important.
I mean the peas, I don't know. Maybe they represent childhood trauma, and that's why I hate them so much. Just another lifetime habit I need to get rid of, like the peeing. Wait. Peas, peeing, had a problem with both. They sound the same. I bet there's a connection there, huh? Some kind of deep hidden meaning.
Maybe there is.
There isn't. But my dad keeps making me eat them, and my mom keeps feeding them to me, and I don't get why she always forgets that I hate peas. Like, why is that so hard to remember?
Well, what do you do now when she feeds you peas?
I just eat around them, or I mix them in with a bunch of other food so I can't tell they're there.
Well, it sounds like you're making progress with peas.
Yeah, one little thing I've made the tiniest amount of progress on. Yay for me!
Why do you think your mom drinks so much?
I don't know.
Why did you drink?
I don't know. Guess we all got problems we're dealing with. All just broken messes, and some of us deal with it well, and others drink and hurt those close to us.
Which does your mom fall under?
She's a bitch, so the hurting others category. Sorry, bitch is allowed, right?
Anything is allowed.
She hits my dad. My dad puts up with her for God knows why. I don't get it. I'm out of the house. There's no reason to stay together for me. Should have just split long ago. It would have been better for all of us. Maybe I wouldn't be such a broken mess then. You know, I came here because I wanted to get help.
Of course.
Is this all we're ever gonna do is just talk? Because I did research and I found some medications that should help me with my anxiety. So I was wondering if you could maybe prescribe me something.
Well, before we get into that, I want to get to know you more.
I've been coming here for weeks. Like, how is this not enough?
I feel we need to go even deeper.
Like what?
Well, like this girl, Lily. You clearly are fond of her. You had a relationship that ended, but you don't want to talk about it.
We've already talked about my childhood and my parents, and we haven't made any progress.
We have. We've made more progress than you think.
So what else should I talk about? More things that bother me?
What other things bother you?
Mr. Mandel.
Who's Mr. Mandel?
He was my teacher all last year. Saw me piss myself during the presentation. thought I had a gift for writing, and he mentored me, and I spat in his face for it.
Why did you do that?
Wanted to help me.
But if you ever need to talk to someone, just come to me.
He recognized that I was depressed, and he tried to help me, and I pushed him away for it.
I'm just trying to help.
Why do you think you did that?
I don't know. Maybe I thought he would view me as weak. I wanted to deal with the stuff on my own. I was an idiot for thinking I could.
Was he your favorite teacher?
He was more than my teacher. He was my mentor. Helped me realize what I wanted to do with my life.
Do you view Mr. Mandel as a kind of role model?
Sure, yeah.
Would you see him as a kind of father figure?
Well, my dad isn't a real dad at all, so how could I view someone as a father figure when I don't even have a preconceived notion of what a father even is? Damn it!
Why don't you apologize to him?
There's no point. Happened so long ago, it wouldn't matter anyways. It's not like I'm gonna see him again. I was a total asshole after the breakup. I was pushing everyone away. Pushed Mr. Mandel away, I pushed my best friend away.
Give me your wallet.
Actually, around that time, shortly after the breakup, I got mugged.
Hurry up, kid. Don't make me ask.
You were mugged.
Yeah. And I didn't care for some reason. Forgot about it until now.
You weren't scared when you were being mugged?
No, at that point, I didn't care about anything. I was just more surprised that it was happening to me. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was getting mugged.
Well, what happened?
I didn't have my wallet, so the idea popped in my head, act like I wanted him to stab me. So, fake being suicidal, got away.
You faked being suicidal.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was bawling, going crazy. I totally freaked him out.
Have you ever thought about actually killing yourself?
Well, yeah, but not seriously.
But you have.
Yeah, but who hasn't? What are you writing?
Notes.
You think I'm suicidal?
Well, you have thought about hurting yourself.
Yes, but not seriously. Look, is that what you need? Is that what I need to say for you to give me the medication?
That's not what this is.
No, I'm done. I don't give a shit. Just please prescribe me this medication.
We still need to talk more
No,
about...
I've been talking. I've been coming here for weeks. This is like our 10th session and we haven't accomplished anything. I know this medication will help with my anxiety. I'm frustrated that it's gotten to this point, but I can't deal with this shit on my own anymore.
There is no medication to fix anxiety.
Yes, there is. I looked it up.
On the internet, WebMD, look, I'm telling you, as a medical practitioner, it doesn't exist. And even if it did, I don't have the authority to prescribe you any medication.
Then why am I here?
Why do you think you're here?
Why do you keep answering me with more fucking questions? This is bullshit! This whole thing's been nothing but a goddamn fucking waste of time! Sorry for the cussing.
I know you're tired of me asking you questions. It's kind of my job. But I think it's very important for you to say, why do you come here?
Because Daniel told me I should.
He's your best friend.
He's been there since the beginning. The car crash, the breakup, the pee, even when I pulled the all-nighter.
And that whole time, you never knew what he was going through.
Never would have guessed.
That's because he's been going to therapy for a while. Almost his whole life. This process takes time. I'm not saying you'll spend the rest of your life learning to deal with anxiety, but the pain that you or Daniel or Lily or anyone else feels never truly goes away. The best you can do is learn from it and make the rest of your life better because of it. But it takes work. You want to talk about the breakup?
I think it started with the fight
The fight?
at the party with the cool guy. He and Lily used to date, and it ended badly, and he never got over it. Once he saw her and found out that we were together, he lost it.
He lost it.
He grabbed her.
Don't walk away from me!
Why did he grab her?
He wouldn't let her go. He never let her go. They hurt each other really bad. But I took Lily's side because, you know, but I can kind of see where he's coming from.
Do you feel that Lily never let him go either?
Anytime I brought him up, she'd shut down. But the party, I stood up for her. I did something for her for once. I feel like that was actually the time we really became a couple.
Looking back on all this now, who was Lily to you?
Lily was the best thing that ever happened to me. She gave me the confidence to be a better person. I never connected with someone more than I did with her. And I screwed it up.
How?
He was right.
You think the breakup was your fault?
No, I know it was my fault.
Have you talked to her since then?
I thought she hated me. I'm sorry. She's moved on now.
Then why don't you talk to her?
'Cause there's no point.
Do you want to get back with her?
No.
No?
She left me.
And that's a horrible thing to do to someone who is going through what you were. And you're not ready to forgive her yet. And yet she forgives you. Do you feel that Lily is so important to you because she helped you grow? And are you afraid that without her you won't be able to change?
No, I know I can't change. No matter what I do, this anxiety is always gonna fuck it up.
But you have changed. Everything you've told me shows that.
What, like the peas?
And the peeing. You curbed a lifelong habit. I'd say that's a step toward change.
Yeah, and that's it.
You had your first real intimate relationship that gave you the confidence you never had.
And that ended horribly.
And that negates all the happiness it brought you? You dress better. You take care of yourself. You've moved away from your parents and are fully independent. You have a rising career in something you love.
And that's only because of Mr. Mandel, who I screwed.
And you're 19. And all of that while suffering with anxiety.
But I still screwed up with Lily.
And what has torturing yourself brought you? When you first met Lily, you imagined a date where you felt something, but you never said what it was.
You felt what?
What did you feel?
I don't know. Whatever it wasn't real. I spent a lot of time imagining better scenarios of my life. But I think what I thought I felt was closure. Like I was free. Like I had no more worries. That everything I wanted to do, I accomplished. My own little happy ending.
Oh, our time is up. But before we go, I'd like to try a little exercise. Does that sound good? If you could...
Hey, Sam.
Hey, Lily.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I got your voicemail.
Oh.
Yeah. It helped me. So thank you. This whole time I thought you hated me.
I could never hate you, Sam.
I know. But I can't keep holding on to you. I can't keep hoping for what could have been. And I don't think I'm ready to forgive you. Or myself.
Why? I thought I was everything to you.
You were. But not anymore.
So what? Are you just gonna forget about me then?
No. No. What we had. What we were to each other. I mean, I'm sad that it's over. But I'm glad it happened. I'm gonna miss you, Lily.